A new report shows a troubling trend at the FBI. The Bureau is losing seasoned agents and supervisors tasked with disrupting digital threats from Russia and elsewhere. Of course, they're moving on to those lucrative corporate gigs. This is senior intelligence officials warn of pervasive Russian efforts to interfere in the 2018 midterm elections. They say it's gone deep, it's real, and it's going to get even rougher. Here now to discuss my panel, Kurt Knutsson, the cyber guy, and retired Lieutenant Commander Gregg Keeley, former House Foreign Relations Committee advisor. Let me start with you, Kurt. I mean, it's pretty obvious that, these kind of skills are in high demand. How does the government, the FBI, compete with the private sector?
That's the problem. You mentioned about the election, but there's also the more important thing that's happening right now, which is the power grids, for example. Our whole nation's infrastructure is under attack on a daily basis. And the only people that can really decipher all of that on the government side would be the FBI. And they're losing those headcount because $186,000 is the average salary of somebody there. Go in the private sector, you're at about $350 on average. You go to a bank, you're at $450 to about $950 a year. That's a substantial difference. The FBI's got to raise the ante here to keep these people.
Commander, I guess you can toss in the patriotism pitch, but that might not make up $800,000, huh?
Right, I guess I should have gone into banking 20 years ago. Charles, look, what we have to remember here is that the United States is awash with human capital. The US is, the land of Apple, Microsoft, Intel, Oracle, you name it. I could literally give you a list of a dozen people that are in technology, that have made a lot of money in technology, that given the opportunity to serve their country and to go and work at the FBI would do so. But the problem is they think they're too old, they're too fat, they don't want to start at the bottom of the ladder anymore. The FBI needs to change their sort of thinking here and not just promote somebody because it's their turn. They need to look at Intel or Salesforce or some other organisation and bring these people in. There's a lot of patriots in the technology industry. They've already made their money. Let's bring them in and give them 3 or 4 years to see what they can do.
And on the electric grid, a few years ago, that was like a big hot topic. And I don't know what happened. It just sort of faded, but it's more vulnerable now than ever.
It is. It's a hot topic still. I mean, this is something last week in the news. We learned also again. I mean, it's just again and again and again, our country's under attack from forces outside. People like to say it's always Russia, but really it's just everybody. It's constantly at us. And Lieutenant Commander is absolutely correct about bringing in fresh new blood into this pool. It's not hard to fill those seats. It's hard to keep them there because that enticement of earning just shy of $1 million for your family against $186,000 is a big, big deal.
Commander, how vulnerable are we? Could Russia or China or some other bad actor take down a significant portion of our electric grid right now?
Well, look, I think there's always the risk, and they're trying every day. What we need to remember here is that the mission of the FBI stays the same. It's to identify, pursue, and defeat the adversary. And the guys on the ground that, the federal agents that are doing this job every single day, they probably don't even know that their manager back in Washington has quit to go to work for Wells Fargo. They don't really care. They're doing their job. They're patriots. And what we need to also think about is these guys that have been patriots, have been in that position at the FBI for 20 years, they're retiring. The threat is changing. And unless we bring in new blood, new people, we're not chasing Dillinger anymore. We're chasing some guy in Guangdong province at his computer with the backing of the Red Army, of the People's Republic. That's what we need to address, and that's what we need to go after.
All right, gentlemen, thank you both very much.